Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. Hope you all are doing well. Today in this video we are going to learn about sum. We will explain SumIf and SumIfs and then SumProduct. So in the first lecture we have covered basics about Excel. Now from now onwards we will move on to the different formulas. So we are starting from the sum formula. Sum comes in in various forms. That the simplest of this is SumIf, SumIfs, and SumProduct, which are most frequently used. Rest are used but not that much frequently. So we will cover first four in this video, and we will move on to the other formulas as well. So if you haven't taken my first lecture on Excel, I will request you to first take that, so that you can understand the basics about the Excel, and then you can start from here. So before moving to onwards, I will request all of you to please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the notification of my new videos. And if you find this video helpful, then give it a thumbs up as well. And if you have any queries, then you can ask me through comments. So let's start our today's video. Here we have a data set that I have taken from a website, and I will mention its link in the description box. It's basically sales data, in which we have first column is the order date, where you can see we have order dates of covering the dates of 2019 and 2020. All months are there. So we can analyze it in very well manner. And next we have a region, in which there three regions are mentioned. Regions are here: Central, East, and West. And then representative, their names are written over here. And then item, we have 5 items which are being sold. And in this column E, we have number of sales, means how many pencils were sold on this particular day in this particular region by the representative there, John's. And then we have unit cost of every item mentioned over here. And we will multiply these both to get the revenue, which is for this case it's 189.05 dollars, it may be. So in this way this data is organized, and we will move on to our tabs, and um, we will explain about different formulas, how to use them. So first of all, we will use a sum formula for this particular data. uh, we may be asked to find number of items sold, and their revenue, and their revenue. So for this purpose you can use a simple sum formula. We will write is equals to sum, and then we will press tab, and then we have to mention the whole range for the sum. So we have to calculate a sales. So we will move to the data sheet, and in here we will select sales from the column E2 till end. So I have done this by pressing Control Shift and down key, and I have reached the end of the data, and I will close the parenthesis and hit the enter button. So I will get this number. It means that 2121 items were sold. And then we will move towards the revenue. Again we will enter equals to sum, and then hit the tab button, and then we have to calculate the revenue, and we have to give a range of for the revenue calculation. In here we have the revenue column, so we will select from the G2 till end of the data, which I have again reached through Control Shift and down arrow key, and I will hit the enter button, and I will get the required result. So as you can see that the format is not correct, I will move to the number group, and in here I will separate it by the comma. After every thousand, it will put 1,000 separator, so it has put 1,000 separator in it. And secondly, it has made my number to 2 decimal places. It's displaying 2 decimal places. It's up to me what I want to show. I can reduce the number of decimals as well, and I can increase number of decimal places as well. So it's up to me, and I want to decrease the number of decimals, so I will do this by um, this um, this command. So we can make it more presentable by making it bold. Control B, you can press Control B, or you can use this B command in the font section, or you can color them according to your choice. Like I want light blue color, and for this light blue too. And I will wrap this text with borders, and I will remove the rest grid lines for the rest of the cells. So I will move to the view tab, and then I will go to the show group, and I will uncheck the grid lines. So you can see that now no grid line is there, just my data is here, so it's more presentable. And next we will move, I hope you have understood how to use the sum formula. And now we will move on towards the SumIf. SumIf is a little bit trickier than sum, but it's also very useful and very helpful in performing different types of analysis. Alternative of this is also available, like you can make pivot chart, and you can get the desired results as well. But sometimes we have to use this formula SumIf. So I will use this SumIf over here, and I will explain it to you guys. Again, here I will write, we have to calculate sales per zone. Zone wise sales we have to calculate. So in here I will type SumIf. So this is our formula. I will press tab, and then for this formula we have to first give it a range, then criteria, and then sum range. So first range is criteria range. So what our criteria will be, it will be zone. So first I have to give the criteria range, which is region. So I will click this, and I will enter comma, and then I have to give criteria. What our criteria is, it's central zone, and then I will hit a comma button, and then I have to give sum range. So I want to take the sum of sales, so I will click this E column, and it will auto select full, or you can do this by clicking Control Shift down. But for that, um, it will move when I will drag this formula, it will also shift this range to the next cell, and so on. This will continue. So I don't want that to happen. So I will select the column E full, and then formula is complete. I will press enter key. So here you can see sales of central region, and same way you can do for west. And as you can see, it's not displaying any sales for this, because Excel uses a reference for the form for uses references. So when I have dragged this formula to the west, it has dragged all the reference columns as well. So if I want to fix these things, I can press F4 key, and in here as well. So it will fix these columns, and whenever I will drag this formula, it will not change these columns. So so the range is fixed, and some range is also fixed, but this criteria is not fixed. Now we can make criteria to shift only in the in only row in only row format. So we will press F4, and then we will freeze row only, but we will not freeze the column. And I will press enter, and now I can drag it to the right. As you can see, we have total sales 2121, and these sales are split in three zones. In central we got 1199 sales, and in west 231, and in east 691. And likewise we can calculate revenue as well. The format is same. We will enter is equals to, then we will enter SumIf, and then we have to give criteria range, and criteria range is again region. We will press F4 to freeze the columns, and then we have to give criteria, and this is our criteria, and we will press F4, and we will freeze only a row. So next we have to give is sum range. We will give revenue as range, and we will fix it to, and hit the enter button, and then we will drag it to the right for the east and west too, and we got the total revenue for each region. Same goes for here. We will apply some formatting on numbers, and now it is absolutely fine. Same we have to do for the item wise sales as well. Is equals to SumIf, and then press tab. Range criteria range is is item. We will press F4, then we have to give the criteria. Again we will fix the row only, and then we have to give some range, and we will fix it too. So these are number of sales each for each item, and same goes for revenue. We will repeat same SumIf, and then we have to give the range, and then we will fix it by pressing F4, and then we have to give the criteria, and then we will fix the row for the criteria, and then we have to give some range, and we now want to calculate the revenue, and we will hit the enter, and we will get the revenue of number of pencils sold, number of binder stores, and so on and so forth. And we will do the same formatting, and we will fix it. So till now we have covered some and SumIf. Hope you people are getting. The next formula that is very important is SumIf. SumIf is also same SumIf, but here you can give two criterias as well, and based on these two criterias it will calculate value for you. Value can be any. If you want to calculate revenue or sale, it will do it for you. So in this case we are going to calculate sales channel wise and item wise. So I will type some ifs and then press tab. Sum range, what we want to sum, we want sales, so I will fix it. And then we have to give criteria 1 range. Our criteria 1 is region, so region we will fix it, freeze it by pressing F4 key, and then we have to give criteria 1, and our criteria 1 is central region, and we will freeze the row. And then we have to give criteria range 2, and criteria range 2 is item we will freeze it 2, and then we have to give the criteria 2, and criteria 2 is mentioned over here. And in this case we will not freeze row, we have to freeze the column, so we will press F4, F4 again, F4 again. Now this dollar sign is with the column, so a column is fixed and row 2 is not fixed. Row will change and but the column will remain same. Now I will press enter, and then you got this number of for the central zone and number of pencils sold. 498 pencils sold in central zone. Likewise, you can drag this formula to the right and to the bottom as well, and you will get the desired results. So if I will select all these cells, I will get 2121 sales. Okay, now it's perfectly fine, and we have learned how to apply SumIfs and simple sum. Now we will move on towards the SumProduct, which is not also very frequently used, but still some of the times we need this. So basically what SumProduct does is it will multiply two columns, and then it will produce a sum for all these numbers. So I will move towards the sheet number with data sheet, and in here I will I will apply SumProduct on sale and unit. So here I will write is equals to SumProduct tab, and then array 1, my array 1 is sale, I will put comma, and then my array 2 is unit cost, and then I will hit enter. What it has done for me is it has multiplied each column, each cell with the corresponding E2 cell with the F2 cell, and then after multiplying each column respectively, like E2 multiplied by F2, E3 multiplied by F3, and so on, and then it has applied sum on all these products. Let me do it manually. Is equals to this multiply by this, and you will get this result. You will drag this result till to the end, and then you can apply sum over here is equals to sum, and then you got this answer, which is equals to this answer. It means that it has multiplied respective columns cells to the respective cell of the E column to the respective cell of the F, and then it has after multiplication it has it has performed summation on all these products. So this was it for today's video. Hope you have got these formulas, and if you find any difficulties in these formulas, you can mention in comment. I will be very happy to answer. If you like this video and if you find this video helpful, then give it a thumbs up as well. Till next video, Allah Hafiz.